Hey, howdy and happy day. Oh Canada, oh Canada used to mean a happy kind of thing in the song, and today I think it means nothing but doom and gloom. Oh Canada, what happened to you? You're a mess because of leadership under the Liberal Party. I mean, it's just horrible what's going on. And this Carney, he's really kicking it up a notch from what Trudeau just managed to destroy. It kind of reminds me of that cartoon I saw with Trudeau handing the keys to Carney with a bunch of burning things in the back, and he says, finish it. And that's what's going on. Back to Carney, he's now said the CBC is the only thing that Canadians should watch for their source of news and information. Can you believe that? He says, hey, I've doubled up here with a loss that used to be $1.5 billion a year. I've now committed $3 billion, and we'll continue losing money so we can bring messages to you. But hey, it's our message. The CBC, the Communist Broadcasting Corporation, effectively is an extension of socialism, and it always has been. It's on the left. Carney says, oh, no, listen to us. Kind of like Hitler back in the 20s. What did he do? He went out and he got radios and provided them free of charge to every German household, and then he provided also the message. He brainwashed the citizenry because, hey, you got to listen to me because I'm your only source. And Carney, going back to him, he says, you don't need Facebook and all this kind of stuff that bring you news. He says, we're not going to do that anymore. Stop it. And hey, listen to CBC. Canadians, do not listen to CBC. This guy, oh, but it's yours. You own it. No, you don't. They own it. They being the people on the left, the crazy people who are trying to brainwash the citizenry, and it's working. So let's help unwork this, shall we? The government of Canada, they continue. And by the way, when I complain about them or bring it up, bring it to your attention, it's a small little thing. How much don't we know? How much do we know? We don't know very much. Probably 99% of all the stuff that they do, the changes they do, we don't get to know. So what you know is just a little bit, which means it's a whole bunch worse, okay? Now they're encouraging homosexual refugees to move to Canada by offering them taxpayer-funded income. They're going to pay them for up to a year, in addition to various other programs. So they're going to other countries like Trudeau did. He says, here's $10 billion and whatever those numbers were for gender identification programs and this and that. They're hung up on this. I like Trump. 2 genders. Biden said 40 genders. I mean, somebody should ask Carney. I wonder if he would answer. In any event, this is what they're doing. They're saying homosexuals come to Canada and we're going to pay you a salary, taxpayer salary. It reminds me of the sidewalks that you see with the rainbow crosswalks. I mean, it's a political statement, and all taxpayers pay for it. And there's accidents and deaths every year because people are looking and commenting. You don't do stuff like that. I mean, good grief. And now he's doing it again in a different kind of way. And he says, we're also encouraging mass migration of immigrants with anybody who's in favor of homosexuality, okay? And the values that they hold, okay? Most Canadians don't agree with this. The largest majority of Canadians ever are saying, stop it. This is my money. And you're doing this? You're bringing people in because they say, I promote homosexualism? Are you kidding me? I mean, whatever happened to other things? Like, this is nuts, these guys. My. And now, the other day in Toronto, I spoke to a guy and he was really concerned about his life. He said, I just lost $100,000 last month on my condo. I said, isn't that a sad story? What did you pay for it? I think it was $600,000. What's it worth? Well, today it's worth $1 million. Oh, well, so you're up $400,000. No, I lost 100 because it used to be worth $1.1 million. So that was a conversation. And I said, how do you vote? Liberal. And I said, you keep voting Liberal and pretty soon it's going to be worth less than what you paid for it. Have a nice day. Hey, now let's go over to British Columbia, Kamloops. It's a hoax, I guess. I mean, a local... not MP, it would be an MLA. A conservative MLA in British Columbia actually got kicked out of her gang, out of the conservative gang, because she said, it's a hoax. There's no bodies. The government says, and everybody says, the press certainly says, there's a whole bunch of Indian children buried, 215. Where they got that number is a mystery. And they were secretly buried, and there's 15 to 25,000 more Indian children buried across the country. So help us find them. So everybody got in there, everybody being governments, funded all kinds of money. Not one body's been found. Not one. And they say, well, we're looking, but think about this. Anyway, a lot of things can be said. I feel bad for that poor politician who got kicked out because she said it's a hoax. Clearly it's a hoax, right? I mean, my family owns property in Kamloops as one of the buildings, and they own We own buildings. And Kamloops is a great city. And I know many Indian people there that I've spoken to, and they too, they started out saying, look at us, like we've been wronged. And now they're saying, hold it here. There's no bodies. If you find some bodies, let me know. Now, there's alarm in British Columbia. There's alarm everywhere in Canada with regards to Indians, because you go to a ball game or a hockey game and they always start off with, we're on unceded land, which of course means that somebody else owns it, and why are you on it then? Go away. If it's Indians' land, give it to them. Now, in British Columbia, the government's saying there's over 6 million acres here that was ceded, but we never gave it to them. Now, what a mixed up world. So now we're going to give it to them. The problem when they give things to the Indians is kind of like, I can give you many examples, like the pipeline. We'll give you half, and you have to buy it from us, and we'll give you the money to buy it from us. That kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know. Somebody's got to sort all this out. Now, there's another website that I'm on. It's called rightedition.com. It's more world news, and lots of interesting, fun stuff there. And Canada's mentioned as well. This show, of course, is for Right for Canada. What is Right for Canada? Right for Canada is doing something right instead of wrong, and wrong is left. And Alberta, separate. Listen to all this stuff because it can't be fixed. Are you dumb as forever? Y'all gotta kind of move on, and other people will follow. Alberta's population would be bigger than Ontario's because many people in Ontario would move to Alberta. Just saying. Y'all come back. See ya.